Before you drill a borehole or a well, the first stage is called siting. Now, there are many ways that people claim to find water underground.
Saka muti unonzi muchiwi.
After cutting a piece of branch, we were ready for the siting. Now, just observing this, I don't know, something just tells me that this might not work. So I decided to try it out.
Pane mvura ipapo.
So I tried to do it myself, and this definitely wasn't working. So I decided to speak to experts who use science to drill and locate water underground. Here I'm with Brian. Brian, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So when it comes to drilling, how do you know where the water is, for example?
So for bores, whether it's for farms, for mines, or for individuals, we get a sighter in. Then the sighter will go through your property. Then they'll pinpoint areas where we believe that there's a high water potential. Those are the areas that we drill.
Okay, so I've seen people using wires,
Yes.
does that work?
So we use machines.
Okay.
And then we have hydrogeologists that we work with. These are people that have had years and years and years of training.
Okay.
Yes. So they have their own machines. They've had years of training. Those are the people that we work with. Yes.
Okay, so when it comes to the machines, I mean, this part is also very important because
No problem.
I've been having a discussion with my kids, and they were being funny,
Yeah.
saying that those wires don't work. Do they really work?
The wires,
Those
or the
copper
machines?
wires, the copper wires.
So I'll always say to each their own. But
Okay.
we believe in the science. The science has helped us, and we have results to show for the science. That's using the machines and using hydrogeologists.
Okay, now let's stick to the science.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say you find an area
Yes.
where there's water. You've detected the water,
Yes.
and you're drilling the borehole.
Yes.
If you get to a rock,
Yes.
I mean, what happens then?
So as with everything, we do what's called top casing.
Okay.
So we'll start, the moment we hit a rock, we'll put in our top casing, then we'll drill further, and then we'll put in secondary casing depending on the underground conditions. Yes.
So let's say I'm interested in your services,
Yes.
and I definitely want you to drill a borehole for me.
Yes.
Will there be a situation where you've drilled and then there's no water?
Yes, those instances do happen, and it's all geology based.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happens in that situation now? You've drilled, there's no water. I mean, where do we go from there?
So what we normally do is we do our reports, we do the science. The science tells us this is the potential amount of water that we'll get, and then we do the drilling of that. So the science will also tell us beforehand that, you know what, we have sited this bore. This is a place that you yourself want.
Yes.
The potential is probably 40%.
Right.
We give you that option that, our site has come in. The potential for us to find water is 40%.
Right.
And of that 40%, it's your decision to then say, do you go ahead or you don't go ahead? There are certain percentages that we're comfortable with. We can't, if a sider comes to us and tells us it's 50%, we'll tell you it's 50%. We don't hide because we need you to be aware of the chances and the probabilities of us getting water.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a very good point, actually. So are there cases where you are 70%, 80%, 90%?
And then,
No, I'm talking about 90% of chances of getting the water.
so we work with probabilities.
Okay.
So our siting, we work with 70, 80%. Yes, the 90s do exist, yes. Because there are areas around Harare and around the country where a 90% chance of getting water exists.
Okay.
So we do get those cases, yes.
Okay, so that's brilliant. So when you give me a choice, let's say there's a 40% chance,
Yes.
and you give me a choice, does that sort of like become sort of like a gamble?
It's not a gamble. As with everything, you've been told the probability of getting water. We've brought the science into it. We're not just playing around with wires. We're not playing around with anything. We're being honest to the client to say, you are a client, we want to work with you, but these are the probabilities of getting water. So by being honest, we're hoping that the decision can be made mutually, or you make it on your own, and then you come back and you advise, guys, should we proceed or should we stop there? Because there are other places that do not have water in this country. There are other places in this town in Harare that also do not have water. So these are factors that we also put in consideration.
Okay.
Our role is not to take your money.
Right.
Our role is to provide you with a service that lasts not for yourself, but for your children. That's our business.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
No, that's
our
great.
business. We can't. I know there are other providers. The service is provided by a lot of people. There's a lot of competition in the market.
Yeah.
But from our side, as part of drilling services, we are there to provide you with a lifetime investment. A bore is not meant to be for yourself and your missus. No, it's for yourself, your missus, your kids, and your grandkids. Depending, if I can put a terms and conditions on that, depending on how much water is being used and depending on other factors that we also cannot control as human beings.
Of course.
I'm sure you've seen global warming. That also affects our water table. Where in Zimbabwe, last year we didn't get a lot of rain. That also plays a part in everything. Yes.
Okay. Now, on that note,
Yes.
now I'm speaking as a layman.
Yeah.
The water that's underground,
Yes.
is that as a result of the rain itself?
Yes.
Even though it's 40 meters deep, 80 meters deep.
Yes. I'll always say this. I know you're a layman, but you're Zimbabwean, so we've all gone through our geography classes and we've done all of these things. So if you go back to your water cycle when you were still in high school, primary school, we all got that water cycle where they would actually tell us then. We didn't realize the value, I'm sure.
Of course.
But that's the water cycle, though. It rains, the water permeates into the ground, stays underground, creates dams and everything, comes back up again, we pump it out, goes into dams, comes back again, then the water cycle repeats
And
itself.
that's the complete cycle.
That's the complete cycle again.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you drill the borehole now, let's say the water is at 40 meters, right?
Yeah.
How much deeper do you go so that I get maximum water?
So what we work with are reports. The science comes back into
We're back to science.
everything works with the science. We don't just want to drill.
Yes,
We don't.
yes.
Yes, we would want your money. Yes, but we have to be fair and honest, because what then happens is, if your report says that you only have water breaks at 40 meters, there is no point for us to continue drilling further, because that has no value to yourself.
Right. Okay.
So what we normally do is we just leave a bit of room for a sump. Sump being, if this is where your water starts building up from.
Yes.
So
Sort
that's
of like
what
a
we
basin.
need. So if your water is all at between, for example, say 40 to 45, we'll give you an extra 3-4 meters to have a sump, and then we just pump up from there. There's no need for us to go any further. All we're just doing is giving you a bit of a sump so that you can pump your water out.
Okay.
There's no need to say your water's at 40 meters, now I'm drilling a 100-meter bore. No, we are not. We do not operate like that, no.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
the other question now is, you've drilled the borehole.
Yes.
Do you also supply the means of pumping it up?
Yes, we do.
Like
Yes, we
the
do.
like the
We
solar pumps and
install-
stuff like that.
So for us, we provide a service. So in providing a service, when you come to us, you're telling us you need water in your house.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we'll provide you water into your house. You need to be
Fantastic.
able to just be able to open your tap, put a glass under the tap, and drink your water, and you have a good day.
Fantastic. So in terms of, let's say something goes wrong, do you also provide after-sale services and stuff like that?
We do. So normally what we do is, if we drill your bore today, we do the installations. We'll continuously be keeping up with you. Just a WhatsApp here, a phone call, hey, hi, how are you doing? How's everything? Hi, how are you doing? So that we know what you're going through, we can understand how best we can provide the service. Because we also provide a year's guarantee on the workmanship on the borehole integrity. So we provide those such warranties so that at least you're comfortable. You know, hey, if there's a problem, I can call Spartan Drilling and then they can come and assist me.
Fantastic. I think you've answered all my questions and I'm very confident. The last thing now is the price. How much is it to drill a borehole?
Come to my office, we can have a coffee and have a chat on the price.
Thank you very much.
very
It's
much,
been nice
brother.
talking to you.
Same.
All right, take care.